What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the show. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to talk about something I'm super enthusiastic about, and that is because this is a tool that can help you take your photography to the next level. Whether you're a budding amateur, whether you're a working professional, or whether you just like to impress your friends and family with your photography, I think this one tool for me has been more beneficial than really anything else that I've used as a photographer that exceeds Instagram and Facebook and a website. I think that this tool is something that if you start implementing it into your photography, you're gonna see your business grow. And I am talking about photo books, I'm talking about photo magazines, I'm talking about physical stuff you can open up and look at and smell and feel, and they're glossy and they're beautiful and it's awesome, so stick around. Here we go. All right, before we get rolling, I should say this is not a sponsored post. No one is paying me to say any of this stuff. I bought all of these things with my own money, trying to find the best materials possible to represent our brand. So take that for what it's worth, and let's dive right into, let's talk about the magazines first, because the magazine is probably the newest, well, not probably, it's the newest thing. We just got them about 2 weeks ago. For those of you who've been following us on Instagram or Facebook or any of the socials, you'll know that this last year we took some of our more popular fine art prints and some that aren't that popular but look really, really good in this medium, and turned those prints into these super fine cashmere and superfine merino rather scarves, and we did these beautiful boxes. If you open up the box, you'll see there's a nice little marketing piece in there. It goes along with the magazine. Inside the box, this beautiful scarf. I hope you can see that. Anyway, the point of this is the magazine. So we printed this magazine as something to send out, not to everybody, not to just hand out, but to actually share with those bigger retailers who were hoping to get into larger stores. So we wanted something high impact, but not that expensive, which is always, especially with custom print, kind of a hard bill to fill. And I'd seen these premium magazines on blurb.com as I was shopping for books and doing the experimentation with that. Kind of filed it away as something that maybe we could use in the future, but I was thinking more just as photography, which this will work great for. It does have a few shortcomings that we'll talk about, but nothing major, nothing that actually is quality related, just more layout. So basically what we did was we printed this magazine. It is 20 pages, which is the minimum that you can do in the BLURB magazines. In the premium magazines, I don't know about the others because this is the only one I wanted. It's got a nice spine on it. The image wraps all the way around to the back, so that's one sheet there. And then as we open it up, you've got the cover is very nice, very thick, feels like it's super high quality. And then as you get onto the inside, the pages get a little more glossy. They're a little thinner, but they still feel like a real premium magazine. So what we did was we just laid out a page for every scarf. So we've got a nice picture of Katya here, nice lifestyle shot, a picture of what the scarf looks like all wrapped up, the box, and then the image of the actual scarf. And we did that for every single scarf that we did. This year we did 5, so I've got all 5 of those. And then at the back, I did a little bit of the packaging, a little bit of just lifestyle stuff, because I had some more great pictures I wanted to share, to be honest. A little bio about the two of us, a little bit about our fine art photography, and then just a closing quote with a little picture here at the end. And that's basically it. And this is really just to share our vision of the product, to share how we feel about it and how lifestyle-wise this can be shown. And that was really the point of doing the magazine, was just to give those retailers who are important to us something to hold on to. Now, believe it or not, this premium magazine, all this sexiness, is like $6. $6, which I know, you don't want to do a ton of those, but doing some to hand out or doing little projects with your friends, you can do this kind of stuff. I mean, for $6, it's an amazing way to show off your photography. The detail's great. The quality is really, really good. Super happy with this. But yeah, let's move on to the main event here. Let's take a look at the photo book. So the real meat of this video is this beast right here. This is blurb.com's 12 by 12 premium photo book with a slipcover on it. And let's just take a look at the overhead, and let me just show you through this book, and then we'll talk a little bit more about it. So I opted for the slipcover. Now you have to specify how many pages you want in your book in order to do this. which isn't actually that hard. You just do the cover at the end. Again, I did this one in InDesign as well, but their Bookwrite software does exactly the same thing. And so you've got this beautiful slipcover that wraps all the way around, this really nice matte black finish on the book itself. If I just slip that back on, you've got a blank first page. I did a nice little just logo entry page, and then we get right into the photography. Now, the pages in this are thick, they're luxurious, the colors are super vibrant, and with the color grade on this video, you may not be able to see just how crazy vibrant some of these images are, but just the colors just pop. The pages are heavy, and I mean, this is, when you pick this up, you respect whatever's going on in here. You have that feeling like whoever made this really knows what they're doing. They really take what they do seriously, and it says you want to hold on to this. You want to look at it. You want to go through page by page. Everyone whose hands I've put this in has been incredibly impressed, and I mean, you should be, because this is just beautiful. Now, like I said, I built this in InDesign. I wanted to keep it very, very simple. One picture, maybe two at the most to a page. Now, the downside to both the magazine and this book, I will say, is that if you're a landscape photographer and you're doing panoramas, wide type things, especially the magazine where it's an 8.5 by 11 sheet, doing a horizontal image isn't the best. So I found that just doing a single one on a page, or maybe two top and bottom, work the best. I did do some pages. Let me see if I can find one here where I span. So here we go. This is one where I went through the crease in the middle. You do lose a little bit, so I've got some of Mount Taranaki in New Zealand here where you actually lose. Let me see if I can find that. You lose the peak of the mountain here in the seam, which isn't ideal, and that was something that I kind of knew was going to happen, and I decided to live with it because I wanted to show the colors and the vibrancy, and it just felt fine when I was doing the editing. Honestly, now I think I would probably still do it again, but I may not do that with some of those images where my subject is right down the middle, because that definitely gets lost a little bit. The one thing that really sticks out to me, though, as I've been doing these books, is number one, I haven't had to do any extra color adjustments. All the sharpening and basic editing that you would do on your photos anyway seem to work just fine. Their colors are super true to what I'm seeing on my monitor, which honestly blew me away, because usually when I've done these, there's always been a little bit of a color cast. They've been either they would oversaturate them, or they would add contrast that I didn't want in the image. But BLURB prints right off of what you send them, and if you're sending good pictures, you're gonna get good pictures. Yeah, and so same thing on the back, white page, slipcover. Honestly, the slipcover is beautiful. I mean, you set this on any coffee table and people are going to be impressed. The book's fantastic. I mean, blurb.com, kudos for really nailing this product, because I couldn't ask for anything better. And from a photographer's standpoint, when you walk into a gallery and you meet with a curator and you hand them a book like this, something nice and thick with a weight to it that's large and impressive, it makes a statement. And every single time I have handed this to someone, I've either gotten into the show, or I've sold a picture, or I've been able to make something come of that interaction. And so this is one of those things that you definitely don't want to just buy a bunch of them and send around. I think that my cost on this, the cost from BLURB is around $200 for this book. Might even be a little bit more than that. I'll have to look that up. I'll put it somewhere here, how much it actually cost and how many pages it was. This is a lot of pages. This is 100, maybe over 100 pages. But for a one-off, super, super tactile, very, very impressive piece of marketing material, honestly, I don't know what you have to do to save $200 to do something like this. I know that that's a lot for a lot of people, and when you're growing a new business, that may not be feasible, but the magazine might be the way you need to go. But honestly, having things like this in your arsenal that you can share with people, and even if you're not trying to be a professional photographer and you're never going to show this to a gallery owner, having something like this of your own work on your own coffee table or giving it as a gift. We've given away a few of these over the holidays to clients of mine and those special people that have been big fans of our work. Just the reaction that you get to a piece like this, you really can't compare to anything else, except maybe, you know, a huge print or something like that. But this way, that person gets a lot of your work, which is amazing. So one of the things that we're going to be doing from here on out, actually, is I've started a template for the year. And because so often our pictures get put, you know, you take them with your phone or you take them on multiple cameras or whatever, and they just get put in folders and left, I've started doing this for each year. So I won't be doing a book, I'll be doing magazines for every year. And I'm just putting a little bit about each picture, places that we go, things that we do, memories that we make, so that those don't get trapped in a folder that just gets moved from drive to drive and never looked at, that we'll have this record. And if something happens to the magazine, we can print another one for a handful of dollars, which I think is amazing. You know, you have to get your film developed and you'd put them in an album and you'd be able to open that up and see them anytime you want. And although digital seems so much easier, I just don't think that we feel our photos like we used to. And that's one reason I'm a huge fan of this, is because I feel like it reconnects you to that experience in a way that looking at it on your phone again doesn't. So anyway, that's about all I have to say about these, except that they're just amazing. Like, I love seeing quality like this. I love being able to print a one-off, super high quality book. I mean, that's so awesome. I don't know what else to say. I think it's so cool that you can take your memories, put them in a beautiful book, and share them with people in a way that's not, here's my Instagram or here's my website or look at this on an iPad. I feel like those are great things for convenience, but I don't feel like they're as impactful, if I can say it that way. And I might be wrong. You might not feel that way. I don't know. Maybe I'm older than you and I feel more attached to paper things than you do. I don't know. Maybe not. But I feel like that this is one of those things that can be a keepsake, can build value for your brand, can share your experiences with friends and family, and overall can give you a tactile way to enjoy the work you've done. So I think we'll just leave it right there. This has been a long and very wordy, and I don't know, I've probably rambled too much, and all I really wanted to do is show you these amazing things and encourage you to get out there and experiment with this kind of stuff, get things off your mobile devices and into your hands, and just make something awesome. Make something, go do it. Go take some of your pictures and make something awesome. $6 to make something awesome. BLURB.com. I'll leave any other information I can think of in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.